The most beautiful among thousands and thousands are
I'm a little behind
the
today. Never love this.
most beautiful among thousands and thousands. Yes, you
Power off.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Sorry. No, you
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
yes,
Do y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. God bless y'all. I hope you're having a good night. Happy New Year's, everybody. I'm sorry, right? Yeah, y'all don't even want to know. This is meant to be because I wasn't I wasn't gonna get on today. I was thinking about it all day, but I wasn't because I was full. Wow. You know, oh man. Um, you know, I learned, right? The way you bring in the year is the way the year will finish. Through my life. Um, no matter what. You can't run from it. You can't. You can't run from it. It will get you anywhere it would, you know. And especially when the enemy get a hold of you in the right spot, he'll tear you up. You know. I learned, right, that I want this. Um, and you know, I never in my life been how could I put it in words to y'all? Cause tonight I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm gonna be real. I have been put through a test, man, through this whole recovering. Because the enemy always had me my whole life in the darkness. The drama follow me anywhere. And so I learned to get used to not to be welcome anywhere in some way. You know, through my times. But when you start to change and you know that you're running from it, it starts to hurt you because you really see it. And because you know, one thing I learned in life, especially when you come from a dark place like me, like I said, every one of us is one of a kind. It don't matter if we even lived in the same neighborhood, you know. You know, we all went through our own things. So yeah, with me, it's different. Like because all I know is that. So as I'm going through this, and you know, the drama follow me. It don't matter where. But you know what, right? One thing I learned, and I learn every day as I get up and keep on running, because I no longer be walking, I'm running. This year I'm running. I'm running. I'm gonna stop worrying, so I could bring in that peace. I'm gonna just stop worrying and just keep on doing what I'm doing. Because you know, I feel like if any man can do it, I can do it. If you did it, I can too. It don't matter how big it is. It don't matter how big your dream is. My dream can be too. It don't matter if I come from a broken home. It don't matter if I come from broken, complete, from poor. My dream can be big too. And for me to believe that, it's powerful. So I find myself fighting with my darkness, fighting with my old life, fighting with my new life, fighting with the enemy. because I'm walking with God, right? And 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 when you're walking with God, just imagine how many other people is not liking it. How many others, you know? I don't know. So it follows me. And you know, a lot of people get it twisted. Like, it's a process. It don't just happen from one day to another. And you're supposed to be a whole different person. You got to work on yourself, especially when you come from a place like me. My whole entire life, from a kid, you got to work on yourself. So it takes time. So you as you go changing to be a whole different person, you still got you inside of you. And sometimes when that person come out, it it it, it it's blank, because you have had them closed so much and trying to to get it out of you piece by piece, because you can't even get it out all at once. That don't happen. It's a whole process. And me seeing, right, that, wow, everything, and me having that energy to still keep going in every way. Because let me tell you, man, 2026, I made the decision that I was going to do whatever I dream. And that's what I've been dreaming my whole life for 20, 30 years now, feeling that way. And as I grow, it gets, the book get thicker, that I can be that person, that I could be that motivational speaker, that I could, touch people through my stories, through my life story, my real life story that I really went through, not making up a story, because every day, wow, I was feeling like that when I got home from the holidays. The pain that I felt inside of me, and the whole time as I'm on my way home, I'm praying. I'm praying and asking God in every way. So I didn't use no motivational, listening to motivation or nothing. I just turned everything off and just spoke my mind. And for my luck, for my last 2-hour ride, it was just like 4 or 5 people in the bus as I'm on my way home. And I'm talking to God, asking him why. What are you doing with me? Because I still have this full energy, and it gets stronger. And I keep on losing, and my feelings and it gets stronger. Like, where are you taking me? And I don't want to ask him to show me no more. Because every time I ask him to show me, I don't want him to. It's so powerful. It's like he showed me, putting me through tests, to see. I feel that way. I feel like it's a whole process. Like, I feel like it's a fight, like, between the enemy and me. When I went back home on the holidays, for some reason, I never found myself that way, asking myself that nothing happened to me, that I stayed safe, and I was going to complete, and I wanted to complete my mission, what I went for, to spend time with my family, with my kids, and spend time with my son that passed away at the funeral, at the cemetery, you know, and just bring the year in beautiful. But you know what? The year did came in peaceful, very peaceful. At the end, right? God always win no matter what. No matter what. So I brung in the year by myself in a beautiful place, and 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 wow, full of spirits, and a place full of spirits, because the energy that I felt was so pure, so peace, full of spirits, and I could hear it talking to me everywhere. What you doing? Like, you almost there. Like, what you gonna do now? Like, you really serious? Like, you know, you learn from it. You learn. You learn from your mistakes. And if you lose, then you lose. But you get up and you keep on going. And that is a winner. The one that keep going. You know, because losing is winning. Admitting to losing is winning. And recognizing that you lost is winning. So you get better, and you recognize what you went wrong on, what you got to work on, you know. And I come to realize that, like, you know, if I let God go just for a minute, the enemy grabbed me real quick. It's crazy. You know, I like saying the enemy. I don't like saying the devil or the demon, whatever, anything of the darkness or whatever, you know, spirits that you have. We all have our spirits. You know, we all got our guardian angel to come this far. The only thing that I believe, right, is that if you don't put God first, then you won't make it to God. If you don't put Jesus Christ first, then you won't make it to God. You won't. That's one thing I believe. I don't believe that everybody go with their loved ones. No, I don't. I don't believe it. I don't know. I'm not sure about it. If everyone go with their loved ones, I'm pretty sure we all go to our different places and got to pay for whatever our sins are, and whatever we go through. And you know, right? I just want to work myself to God. I want to change myself. I don't want to be that evil person no more. You know, and I know that I can change things, the way people feel about me or whatever, you know. But I know that I changed it in my heart, and my loved ones, my close loved ones, know that I did. And you know, I want to be in peace with myself. And one thing that I recognized through the whole last 3 days has been a movie. My last 3 days has been one movie. Wow. Y'all won't even believe it. But yeah. You know, but instead, right? Cause that's how it is, you know. The enemy wants you to think that, you know, it's only that way, you know. What you getting out of that? You know, look at what's happening. You know, but if you start looking at what you know, have achieved, right? It's gonna get you a whole lot further, and you're gonna gain all that stuff quadruple. Whatever God took from me, He took it for a reason. He took it to either teach me or because it was gonna harm me. And whoever He removed from me, He removed them because of the same reason. Because in some way they were gonna get in the way of what He want me to focus on. It's that powerful. When you come from, wow, like I'm not. I will have to not be breathing no more, and then I know I'm really going with God, because I'm not gonna give up. I'm just fight now. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna stop worrying. I'm gonna stop worrying. I'm gonna work on that every day. That's my number one thing is stop worrying. Stop worrying so I can bring in the peace. That's how, I don't know. I learned that myself. That when I do, I stop worrying. I'll be so peaceful and I'll be so calm and chilling. Yesterday, New Year's Eve, I kind of planned this whole thing. Sometimes it's not good to plan your days and go against whatever God got for you, if you really 100%. So, me knowing that there's nothing back. There's nothing back home. That's not my home anymore. Philadelphia, North Philly, wherever I come from, that's not my home no more. Wherever I grew up, that's not my home no more. And I gotta recognize that. I gotta realize that. And it's a lot that I have to learn because I was so lost in the darkness for so many years that I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that family don't even come together no more. I didn't know none of that anymore. I was gone. I was gone for so long. Complete in my own world. That I lost contact with the ones that I grew up with, that I loved, So I didn't know that everything changed, But one thing I did know that I created a lot of hateful, a lot of people that might be in your face and will even say hi, but they hate your guts, I learned that. I really did. But yeah, I didn't know none of that. I didn't know that family don't come together no more. I didn't know that, But when you change, right? And you go into a whole positive level, you forget about all that. You even forget about all the messed up stuff that you did or said or whatever, because you go into a whole different world, and those things get removed. But that I experienced a whole new thing, and I started to think back that God told me that through somebody else when I said it, and in a godly place, in church, that there's nothing for me back home no more, that I have to move forward. There's nothing back for me there, not even to go over there and do what I want to do, go out there, pick up people. No, none of that. It's not, no. Wow. I become a whole different person when I step in that city. Automatically. It's so much bad energy. From it is no good in it. That I can say I want to go home other than my kids. And that's what forced me. My kids are still there, and oh man. So the more I keep on pushing to even somehow find myself to go to see any one of my family or anything, I always get caught up in some. But this time, right, it was different. God won his way. Like I said, I passed a year. I was ready to get on the bus to come home, and I'm worrying, thinking the whole time, what I'm gonna do. Damn, I had all these clothes and I didn't even get dressed. I had like 2 outfits or 3 outfits. I was gonna do some videos. Anyway, whatever, But the whole thing, right, that this time I kind of make sure that I didn't say whatever was my plan out loud in my mouth. I just thought them and I did them. And they followed through until I started opening my mouth of what I was going to do when I got there. And wow. Yeah, I don't, there's nothing for me there back there no more. And if this don't teach me a lesson, then nothing will. The spirit of my son, he follows me anywhere I go. I don't really got to go to the cemetery. And this is all that's there is the box. And you know, his spirit, his whole everything is around me at all times. It's everywhere he wants to go. You know, he's an angel of God. He was a great kid. He wasn't no violent kid that went around killing people or shooting people. He didn't even know that these kids were playing that heavy. I know it for sure. But his spirit followed me. You know, so right, it's so powerful, y'all, because right when I went to the cemetery, every time I went there, I get guided there, or someone is taking me there, or whatever. And this time I'm going by myself, you know. So my son is guiding me again. This is the way a spirit work. I'm telling you. My son is guiding me again, and I got the camera on and everything. He's telling me turn through here and turn through here. And right when it's almost the last part that I got to take like 2 more turns, he just cut off. Oh, I gotta go. Bye. And I'm like, serious? So I just guessed it and took this turn, and then I went around a couple times, and then I just stopped. I parked the bike, electric bike I was in, like a motorcycle or whatever. So anyway, I got out, and I just started yelling his name, and I just walked right up on his stone. It's a true story. And I was like, hey, where you at? And I stood there for a little while, for like an hour. And my hands got so frozen cold that they start hurting me, especially me. You know, I don't know, I got this thing with the cold that once the cold hit it from me, I guess doing it for so much, that they reach the limit, and then when the heat start hitting it or whatever, oh my God, it hurts so much. It's a real strong pain for like 20 minutes. But anyway, so I was like, you know, come on, let's go. And wow, I felt his spirit through the whole time, you know, and that's what I said. When I was ready to get on the bus, so I was wary, and I started praying to God, and it's crazy, right? Because I asked, and all of a sudden everything went wrong, and I ended up in a peaceful place by myself, where I ended up with God, you know, and the spirit that I felt, I just started letting it all out. And through letting it all out, I recognized what I have to do to better myself, to follow through with this, you know, because the most important thing is you recognize that you lost, you know, that not that you lost, you know, in some way, but that, you know, that you fell, basically, and you got to get back up. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, I'm still working on myself. Like I said, I'm not perfect. So we all do our own little mistakes that we do, you know. wow, you know, but at the end, right, God always wins. It was different for me. I was able to go out and talk to a couple people. I was able to go out. I went to my old barbershop where I used to get my hair cut, and see people that's still getting high and look so messed up, and take them to get something to eat and have that strength so pure. It actually like made me even tear for a couple of times when I'm conversating with the guy, telling him and a couple others, that they can do it too. The same thing that I did, because is is all on you if you want to. And but the most thing that it works is you leaving the whole people, places, and things. Excuse me, let me lower this.
Precision we put into crafting every night.
You leaving, people, places, and things. It's real. I learned that. I learned that myself. You know, people, places, and things. It's powerful. Sometimes it's best. This is the first time in my life. Now I know, right? I grew up my whole life with my mom moving anyway, but to different places. But now I know, that, sometimes it's the best thing to do is to just start over. And for the first time in my life, I started over, complete. I left everything behind, even the name that I used to be called, everything behind, completely behind, to a whole different person, and found God through my whole recovering. I didn't plan it, of course. I always made my little prayers. You know, I always made my little prayers. With God. But I never asked God to help me to sell drugs or nothing. So I practiced the darkness. And but the darkness that I practice, you it comes with God, in his own way. God comes first. God is involved, you know. But I don't ask God. I didn't ask God. I always just, God bless me. But then I come realize, that what God got prepared for me is so powerful because I started to recognize all the stuff that I've been through, and to still be here today and having this much energy now to move forward, to move, to do whatever I have to do, to practice, to do whatever it is, to chase my dream, to chase it and keep on, and don't let me failing stop me, because that's what stopped me my whole life. It's failing. It's me failing in school, me failing in everything I ever done. Straight up failing. So it stopped everything I wanted to do. And if I didn't fail it, then if I made it, it was so negative that it would destroy itself. And my whole life I've been like that. Me losing. So now that I'm winning with God, lose the negativity don't mean nothing to me. But through this, I learned that the darkness follow you. So I go through my stuff, and on this holiday, I learned that. Everyone, that was my wife. I thought she was calling me because y'all couldn't hear me or something, because this microphone things be messing up. I just left all my microphone and my camera, my GoPro, and everything. Oh my God! So now I gotta wait. My sister to send it to me. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's like it's always something. Okay, so then I'm gonna take this from him. I bet you he won't believe now. So then I'm gonna do this to him. I bet you he won't believe now. So then I'm gonna, wow, I start to get scared. I don't even want to go outside. I just stay in here with God, praying and just go out when I gotta do whatever I gotta do and come right home. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just can't leave God, not even for a minute. Gotta ask him to always guide me no matter what. And sometimes when I get around family or I go to a whole different environment, sometimes I don't, you know, I kind of, fade away of the person that I am now. No matter what anybody thinks of me. Think whatever you want to think of me. That I changed, that I didn't change, or whatever. Of course, we all go through our negativity. Like I said, when you come from a life like me, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself to be here right now, alive, free, free, and know that I repent and know that I recognize any of my sins and know, that I put God first. So it don't even matter, to be honest. I know that this is God's work. Ain't nobody stopping it. I'm going to go where I'm going, no matter what. And, you know, but yeah, like I was telling y'all, I want to tell y'all this story. I do. I do because it bothered me. It for some reason, it did. It hurt me. And of course, I'm moving on from it. Common sense. I'm a grown man, right? I know where I'm going, and I don't got no time to look back. Only for my loved ones, only for my loved ones, and those they know who they are. You know, they know. They know my little circle that been riding with me in this car, so that I could do this, so that I could change, so I could be a better, because they know that it's in me, because I want to. I don't want to be that person. If I would continue to be in that evil person that I was, I will not be here in the flesh. I know it for sure. I know it. Even with the talent that I got in the street, even with the talent that I have, period, from the streets, to be better and live like a king, I won't be here today. Not free, not alive. That don't got a price. How much would you get to be alive? Because do you know what it is? You don't even know, right, what it is to be alive or not alive. So how much would you give to be alive? Just like how much will you give for your freedom after you locked up in there and you have $1 billion and you know that if you don't give it all up, then you won't get out. Right? That don't got a price. So this peace don't got a price. This guarantee tomorrow don't got a price at all. Me knowing where I'm going every day don't got a price at all. I done had everything I want. But yeah. Right. During the time I was lost in the darkness, in that dark world, in that, you know, I was so lost, right? I was so lost that I didn't even recognize how many people, how things change. Let's just put it straight. How, you know, how things change, in general. And wow, that I was so lost in the drugs and everything in the whole different world that's what I thought. I still thought that people still came together for New Year's or went out into a club or whatever, and get together. And, as an experience for me, it was like, why would I even think that? Why do I even think that I'm going to belong to anything of my old self? You know, and I found like that. I felt like God and the enemy fighting for me. I bet you he won't come back to you like that. I bet you after this he won't come back to you. I bet you he won't be lifting his hands praising you now. Like that's the way I feel. It's like consistent. I give you and I take it. I give you and I take it. I give you and I take it. Or, oh my God, or I beat you up from the inside out. Like that's the way I've been feeling. Like, wow. That's the experience I'm going through. And then I try to think that, right? That God put me apart by myself for a reason. So I need to stop and just keep, I say I'm going to follow, then follow. Don't let the darkness drag me. Don't let the negativity tell me wrong. That anything that I'm thinking that I cannot do it. And that's why a lot of times, right, I come here to this chair to talk because I'm feeling a whole different. And then when I get on this chair, it's like I can't. It's like I block it. And I don't end up saying the way I really feel. 100%. And I want to because I know that's what make me feel better. And not just better, but it's just the way I want to be. If I could learn how to be that, if I could learn how to stop worrying, then I'll bring in the peace. And if I could learn how to stop worrying about what people are going to think or what they're going to say about me or what I went through or what I'm going through or what I want to share or whatever, then I overcome it, And that's what I'm trying to do. I got to find that. I got to stop worrying about what everybody's thinking, man, because I'm not getting where I want to get because of that. I got to stop. I got to stop. Wow. All I can say is, right, how do I get closer to God? Like, I can't wait to go to church on Sunday because I've been asking God all day, how? What do I do now? How I move forward from this? How, because I want to move forward. I feel like I'm stuck in the middle, What do I got to do to complete my change, to keep going? not on a stand still. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I gotta do to so that my movement keep going and not being on a standstill because I'm stuck, fighting, um, and to do better, and I, you know, like I don't know. So uh, I'm I'm planning on spending more time with God, um, and just be silent and be still and just don't let the enemy hear what I'm doing anymore. Just do it, and just chase my goal and just keep on and just keep going and start taking it serious so that I could be serious. Because I do. I just a lot of times I be full of energy. So I already know where I'm going, and then yeah, I start to think what people gonna say about me, or what I'm saying? Or I don't want to hurt this person, or I don't want this person to now, get mad at me, or do you understand what I'm saying? So, because people read behind the lines, even if you don't say nobody's name or whatever, or anything what you're going through, I could say, yeah, today, I was with this girl and she fell, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know how to put it in words. So I get stuck. But then, you know, I end up not going where I want to go. So I end up still wanting to do it because that's what I want to do, you know. I wanna learn more from God. I wanna learn how to do this. Cause I have it in me, all of it. I have a whole warehouse full of it for years and years to come. My whole life. My whole life is my story and motivation to anybody. That's a fact. Um, I just feel so, it was weird this year. I guess, right? As I start growing, I start to learn things that I didn't know before. Um, because you're so blinded by everything else. You live in a whole different world. Even if they lived in the same, you still live in a whole different world. So, I start to think how many people I hurt in my life, how much of an angry person I was, um, and how it still followed me my whole life, and how much I run from it now. That's how I survived. And I feel like, wow, my guardian angel is so strong, um, because he must know my heart. So, um, yeah, I started to really think that how many people I hurt, and not even realize, but now I do because I'm pure, I'm more in peace and more, of positive. So I start to realize, that I hurt the people that I love, and it hurt me now because I feel it now. I don't got the drugs to block it or anything to block it. So, yeah, you know, uh, that's how my time was. This whole holiday was that, um, me seeing through, not just recognizing, damn, uh, uh, you know, oh, I'm not welcome here, or just seeing all the bad, just recognizing what I did wrong. Yeah. For the last 24 hours, I've been wrapped up in it, like thinking, you know, how do I move forward from this? Because I feel like I'm stuck in a stand still, like I'm not moving. It's just breaking down, and I keep on trying, but I don't know anymore. Not that I want to stop, not one bit. I want to learn how to keep going, because I don't want to keep failing and I want to learn how to pass. Eventually, right? I'm gonna get out of this college. Eventually, right? I'm gonna graduate because I'm gonna keep trying. Eventually, right? I mean, it's common sense. It's like a doctor going to school, and he fail. He gonna. I'm gonna keep trying until I pass the goddamn test. That's the way I feel. Even if it costs me whatever, turn whatever. It's nothing to it. Whatever. I'm gonna keep on until I pass. Until I get my peace, until I get my goals, until I reach my dream, until my blood be pure, my heart be pure with God. I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on until I reach my happiness, because that's all I ever wanted my whole life. I don't know what it is. What, happy for a day or two? That's not happiness. Not one bit. For a day, for a week, for a month? No. Completely happy. In your heart, in your surroundings, in your day, in your everything. Be a whole different. My problem, I keep looking back. My problem, I keep on worrying what, no. I keep on worrying and worrying about everything. Even if it's right, I still make it into a worry. I cannot stop worrying. My whole life I've been worrying. Worrying if something's gonna happen, worrying if the cops gonna come, worrying if they're gonna break down the house, worrying if they're gonna lock everybody up, worrying if the feds gonna get me. My whole life worrying about this guy gonna kill me, worrying about this guy gonna kill me one day, worrying about who I'm gonna kill, scared of myself, feeling myself. No, I don't want to live like that no more. Where I actually feeling myself. I actually got to be praying for God to calm my my freaking anger, to remove my anger consistently. I don't want to be like that every day no more. God, remove it. God, remove it. God, please, God. No, I don't want to be no please. I just want it to be. So I kind of figure I need to stop worrying. And maybe that'll bring my peace. I want to try that. Because I'm going to keep trying everything in the paper and just keep on going until I pass the test, period, in general, and reach my goal and reach where I want to go. Right? I ain't going to give up. I feel that way. That makes me want to keep on more. But I don't want to do it because I got to prove anybody. No. I just want to keep going because I'm doing it for me. And my kids and I know that, that I'm gonna leave something behind, that I'm gonna make an impact, that, that I'm happy in my heart. I'm gonna do it for me, number one. I ain't gonna do it to prove nothing no more. My whole life I did it. Let me prove this freaking ass that, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out freaking Benz. Watch, I'm gonna work like this. Watch, I'm gonna be that. twice as that. No more. Whatever I do, I'm gonna do it for me. And this is what I wanted all my life. Freaking stress and fighting my whole life. I feel like it's like a cloud of darkness follow me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, my whole life. I don't want to be that no more. I don't. I want to wake up peace. I want to go to sleep peace. And the only way I'm going to do it is that way. And stop worrying and just put it, give myself to God and just stop worrying. He's going to take care of it. It's going to get taken care of. It's going to all fall in place on its own. Nobody can close the doors he opened. Nobody can open the doors he closed. So when he closed the door, just recognize that he did it for a reason. So be thankful. Even for the doors that he have closed for me, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the people that he have removed from my life, from my whole, just removed them. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the negativity that he has removed, for everything. I'm thankful every day. I live my whole days being grateful. What God is doing with me, what he's doing with my heart, not just my thoughts. It's not just something I'm thinking. It's my heart, it's my blood, it's the way my spirit feels. I don't want to be that person no more. I'm not that no more. I left it behind. And even though and even though in my mind and that I know that it's still there, it's not. It's not. God bless y'all. Have a good night. I hope y'all, this year bring a lot of blessings, right? We all got our goals, right? One of my goals that I'm gonna share with y'all, right, is to stop worrying. Stop worrying about everything. And stop worrying about in general. Nothing I can control. Stop worrying about in general. I know in my heart that'll bring me peace in a lot of ways. And it'll help me to reach the next level. My worry, it's not letting me. My worry with what you thinking because, or my worry, that you think that I'm a pussy, or my worry that whatever, or that I'm talking polite, that I gotta act tough because no, none of that. In general, my worry was gonna happen. My worry is no. If I'm no, my worry, no more. I'm not. So that's what I'm gonna share with y'all. And just be silent. Be silent. Whatever you're gonna plan, whatever you're gonna do, keep it to yourself and just do it. So that nobody can destroy it or think about it. The devil can't read your mind. Only God can. The devil can only hear what come out your mouth. The enemy can only hear what come out your mouth. They don't know what the frick you're thinking. That's bullshit. Only God can. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, y'all. I truly apologize. I carry a lot of pain today, and that's no excuse at all. But it's just facts. I gotta learn how to speak. I'm still working on myself, and that's no excuse neither. I come from a whole broken life. That's no excuse. None of that. I'm not using no excuse of what happened to me before or what's going to happen now. And stop blocking my blessings. Now, be silent and be still. I know that for sure. The devil don't hear what come out your mouth. He only hear what come out your mouth. Only God can feel what's in your heart and what you're thinking. But the devil can hear what come out your mouth. And when he come out your mouth, then use it to energy. God bless y'all. Have a happy new year. This year is big. Super. God win. God is a winner, not a loser. He guarantee it.
Hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
He guarantee it. For sure.
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
God bless y'all. Good night. Am I live?
All these pieces broken and falling in mercy.